So you have a new YouTube channel, or maybe one that's been around for a while, but it's still small, and you're trying to get those first 1,000 subscribers. Well, I've got 4 steps that you can use to help you get those first 1,000 subscribers. The first 2 are probably things that you've heard about before. The second 2 are probably new to you, or at least a little bit of a twist on things that you have heard before. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to give you a bonus 5th trick that I'll bet you haven't heard before. I'm Daryl Ballard, if we haven't met before, and if we have, welcome back. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about 4 tips and then a 5th bonus tip to help you get those first 1,000 subscribers and get them quick. Now this may sound just a little bit like getting views on your channel, and it is similar. Unless you get a view, you probably are not going to get a subscriber. I doubt that there are too many people that come to your channel, see your fine channel art, and decide to subscribe without watching a video. So let's jump right into those 4 tips. What is number 1? Number 1 is to make a quality video. And what is a quality video? What does a quality video have? Well, a quality video, you have paid attention to the background, you have paid attention to the sound, the lighting, and the content in your video. Okay, now you notice I didn't mention anything about a camera. You can do it with your phone, you can do it with a fancy camera, whatever. That doesn't really matter. And the same thing goes for your background, for your lighting, and for your sound. You do have to have decent sound. Nothing is more distracting than scratchy sound, fans running in the background, whatever. Nothing is more distracting than bad sound on your video. And if you can't see the subject in the video, that's also pretty distracting. But how can you do those things? Well, with a good phone, good microphone in your phone, which most of them have in this day and age, modern smartphones are really good, you can have good sound. Or you can get a very inexpensive, for $20 or so, mic to attach to your collar. And what can you use for a light? Well, the overhead light, use a lamp, use light from the window. If you've got a good bright day, you can get plenty of light from the window. There are lots of successful YouTubers that are still using fairly simple methods to make their video. The key is use what you have. Don't spend a lot on it, make a good video. And what about content? Well, content is certainly important. Speaking with some good pace, having some enthusiasm, giving people something educational that they really want to hear, entertaining, maybe educational and entertaining. All of those things can create good content so that people are willing to stay around and find out what you have to say. And the second point, what's number 2? Number 2 is having a good thumbnail. This is how people see your video in the first place. And what is a good thumbnail? A good thumbnail catches your attention. A good thumbnail gets the point across. A good thumbnail doesn't have too many words. Number 1, it might not be readable because they have to be small. And number 2, it's confusing. And a good thumbnail is simple. It catches your attention, might have bright colors to catch your attention, might look different than the other thumbnails in the area that you're going for. But again, it catches your attention, it gets the message across, and it's simple. All right, point number 3, and that is to reduce the competition. Now, I'm sure you've all heard about this, using long tail keyword phrases and things like that to reduce the amount of people that you're competing with. And I've found a new way to do that, and it's really exciting. It's called morning fame. Now I have an entire video on that, a whole tutorial that we'll link to in the description and tell you about at the end of the video. It's excellent for helping you narrow down the field that you're competing with so that your video can search high, so that it can get lots of views, and most importantly, can get lots of subscribers. And finally, number 4. Number 4 is good retention. Now, this is actually a fairly new thing in the YouTube algorithm. What's more important than number of views on your video is audience retention. You need to keep your audience watching your videos and staying with YouTube. How do you get good audience retention? Well, the first thing you need to do is to have a good hook at the beginning of your video. After you give your hook, you need to give compelling information that matches that hook. Just as important as those is cutting out all of the fluff. People don't have time to watch your videos forever. And if they do have time, they don't think they do. Cut out the fluff. And finally, give them a reason to stay until the end of the video. Now, some of the ways that you can do these things, you don't really need to ask people to subscribe. Put up a little graphic to ask them. And you don't need to have your fancy little branding intros either. People want the information. They don't really want to watch your intros. All right, so that's my 4 points. But I promised if you stayed around till the end, I would give you a bonus 5th point. And that is, give them something to do right at the end of the video. Ask them to watch your next video. Why is that important? Well, again, the YouTube algorithm wants people to stay on YouTube, wants audience retention. Have them watch your next video and give them a good reason. And when you get there, tell them, watch this now. Use those words. Okay, try it out. I think you'll find that if you get not just 1 view, but 2 or 3 views, that your channel, your views, and your subscribers are going to grow very rapidly. All right, if you want to know more about making great videos that get you more views and more subscribers, check out my 35-minute masterclass on the successful YouTube channel for less. You'll find that linked in the description below. And to learn how you can reduce the competition that your video is going to face and to get it listed high in the YouTube search, watch this video now. I'll see you in the next video.